Good morning and welcome to the lien reduction hearing for February 17, 2022. If you wish to speak at today's proceedings, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear and or affirm to speak the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you. Please be seated. Our first case is on page 5. Case number CE 200712242. Case address 2070 Northeast 63rd Street. Owner Nancy Elder. This case has a total lien value of $27,600 and city direct cost of $682.42. This was a citation and no appeal was received before the deadline, and the city is amending its request and accepting the applicant's offer of $9,500. Also on page 5 is case number CE 210706162. Case address 2070 Northeast 63rd Street. Owner Nancy Elder. This particular case has a total lien value of $3,400 and city direct cost of $420.80. This was also a citation and no appeal received. The city is requesting $1,700 for this case.
I'm sorry, the city's,
The city is amending its offer to
oh,
accept
okay,
the
to
offer
accept that one.
for the first one, and then this one's the second.
That same thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right, ma'am, good morning.
Good morning.
I have read your detailed application. Apparently, we are not going to have to go through all of those details. You have made an offer on each case, and the city is agreeable.
So on the second case?
Yeah.
It's still the city's offer.
Oh, still the same?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do CE 200712242.
Okay.
Okay, all right, ma'am. You had offered $9,500. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And how long do you need to pay that? 30 days sufficient?
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Okay, so as to that case, I'm going to accept your offer.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm going to grant 30 days to make the payment. You'll get a written order in the mail. If not made within 30 days or any extended time, it will revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reductions.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay? We have a case number CE 210700162. And I have considered the city's recommendation, and my ruling is I'm going to also accept that offer of $500, okay, and give you 30 days to pay with the same provisions. You, if not paid within 30 days, will revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reductions.
Understood,
to
Your
you,
Honor.
ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I just do want to say that I, really do acknowledge my responsibility. Thank you for reading my file. I have filled out, and my vacation rental application has been accepted, and my home will be inspected on the 23rd. So it will be done with 100% integrity from
All right.
now
Good
on.
luck to you.
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
Good.
Our next case is on page 1. Case number CE 211-00381. Case address 744 Northeast 16th Avenue. Owner Oscar G. Perez. This case has a total lien value of $9,400 and city direct cost of $499.48. This was a citation and no appeal was received, and the city is accepting the applicant's offer of $4,500.
All right, sir, if you'll just state your name for the record.
Good morning. My name is Jack Lepselter on behalf of Oscar Perez.
Okay. The city has made a recommendation, which is in the same amount of the offer. Okay. So I'm going to accept the offer and concurred by the city. And is 30 days sufficient to pay that amount?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, if not paid within 30 days, we'll revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reductions.
Absolutely.
Okay, so a written order will be sent in the mail, and good luck and thank you.
Thank you so much for the time. Thank you.
Our next case is on page 2. Case number CE 18111891. Case address 1114 Northeast 13th Avenue. Owner Mada Grupo. This case has a total lien value of $17,250 and city direct cost of $490.48. And the city is requesting $8,625.
All right, sir, good morning. State your name for the record.
Good morning, Charlie Z on behalf of the owner group of Mazda.
All right, I have read your entire application and understand that your client lives in Columbia, correct? And this is an investment home. The total lien is $17,250. Your client, I see from the paperwork, authorized you to make an offer of $1,000, which I quite frankly think is too low. You have authority to make a higher offer?
So, Your Honor, for context, he does live in Columbia. When we first received notice of the compliance for the
I'm
vacation-
sorry, I'm getting a little background noise.
Not a problem at all. Can you hear me better now? So, for context, when he first received the violation, he was traveling back and forth to Columbia. An original lien reduction application was going to be submitted back in 2019, but before he could do the corrections that were needed, he was trapped in Columbia due to COVID in 2020. So when he came back here, he went back and made sure that everything was done in compliance. As of right now, the property has not been used for any sort of vacation rentals for over 2 years now. So he's just trying to, like everyone else here, reduce that lien amount.
Okay. All right. So your offer stands at 1,000?
He could do 1,500.
Well, this is a vacation rental. Let's see. Resolve the lien. Okay, so this is 803. Okay.
And once again, the property has not been used as a vacation rental or have any sort of transient occupancy for over 2 years now.
I'm sorry, say again.
The property has not been used for a vacation rental or have any sort of
Okay. all
transient
right.
occupancy for 2 years now.
All right, so it's case number CE 181111891. I'm going to grant your application to reduce the amount of the lien. I'm going to reduce the lien to $3,500. And is 30 days sufficient to pay that?
Would 60 days be acceptable?
Let's do, okay, 60 days. If not paid within 60 days, we'll revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reductions.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Our next case on page 2, case number CE 21080560, case address 1540 Northwest 4th Avenue, owner Joelle McLean. This case has a total lien value of $2,600 and city direct cost of $319.66, and the city is requesting $1,300. This was a citation and no appeal was received before the deadline.
All right, sir. I'm just, this is no rentals. Okay. I recall the case. I've read your application. Okay. Anything you'd like to add? Your application was quite detailed, but go ahead and make your spiel.
Yeah, sure. Good morning, Your Honor. There was a bit of communication issues as far as trying to find out if I needed to go to court. I, checked in with Ms. Jordan and Officer Jolly about whether that was going to still happen or not. And I wasn't getting any responses back. I didn't get an email back from Officer Jolly. I didn't get a response back from Ms. Jordan until a couple of days before the court date. And I was visiting my mother in Maine and traveling the day of the court date. So up until that day, I didn't have any knowledge of whether I would have to be there or not. But I was trying. So the other thing was that the violation stated $200 per incidence, but then further down, which I missed, was that the incidents meant per day, not for the one-time violation, you know what I mean? So I thought I was dealing with a $200 violation, and I tried, but I didn't get the communication through, and I figured, well, at least, you know, I'm here to visit my mother, spend the $200 on the fine, that's fine. As far as what happened and what my steps were, when I got the initial notice, I took it very seriously. I immediately got everything into compliance and ready to go, and I was just waiting for the inspection day with Officer Jolly, which was another 2 weeks. And he told me to snooze the listing. So I went into the app and I disabled listing. Now, at some point, they could see the listing. So I apparently incorrectly did that somehow. I didn't have any listings. I showed evidence that I didn't take any listings.
Okay.
Okay, so as far as I knew, I was doing everything right. So I was very surprised to get the $2,600 lien fine. So I did my best. When he came and did the inspection, I passed with flying colors. He said it was one of the first times he'd actually been to a place where everything was taken care of. And I've always done the same. I've had many renovations at my home. I've always done everything the right way, opened the permits, things like that. So this was a simple mistake in my app, and I felt like the fine was a little bit high. The other thing was the evidence that was presented, I think, was only for 1 day. And so that's why I suggested the $200 for the 1 day. I don't think there was evidence presented of 13 days.
Okay.
Good morning, if I may.
Yes.
Marcia Williams, Assistant Director for Development Services Department. Whenever there is vacation rentals, I understand what the property owner is stating regarding the advertisement. However, the first step the property owner should have taken was to register with the city before any advertisement was made at all. We've had the program since 2015. All of the resources are online for registration, as well as the contact information for the department. And so if there was any question as to whether or not the property needed to be registered in order to be used as a vacation rental, the property owner should have reached out to the city first. And so for that reason, Your Honor, the city's position is firm on the request for the $1,300.
Okay. You get the final word.
Sure, Your Honor. I took the notice very seriously. I immediately took every action possible to be in compliance, and I believe that it was snoozed for that time. I presented evidence that 0 bookings happened during that time, and I'm a very popular property that's always booked. So there was no way that anybody could have booked during that time frame. But if I chose the wrong setting or whatever, you know, I apologize for that, but it was definitely disabled from booking.
Okay.
Now, the fact that they could see it at one point, you know, I don't know, but maybe from my understanding is they showed evidence of 1 day that they checked it.
Anything else from the city?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. To CE 210805060, I'm going to grant your petition for reduction, and I'm going to reduce the fine to $1,300. 30 days sufficient to pay that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if not paid within 30 days, we'll revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reduction. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 5. Case number CE 211-00762. Case address 2620 Northwest 19th Street. Owner Shops of 19th Street LLC. This case has a total lien value of $7,650 and city direct cost of $559.33. This was a citation and no appeal was received before the deadline, and the city is requesting $3,825.
All right, sir. I recall this case. I've read your full application. State your name for the record.
James Nelson.
Okay. Well, this was involved signs and banners, and basically your defense is you didn't understand what the requirements were.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to add?
It was my tenants that was there. They put up their signs. They didn't know that they had to have permits to put up signs on the property. It was not on the streets, it was on the property. They put up the signs, because I have 7 doors, and the tenants put out signs like with their stores outside, and they thought it was okay to put it out there till the code enforcement guy came and told them that it was not all right to put the signs up there. But if we would have knew anything, we'd never have no liens or no violations over there. We keep the property up. So it was a simple mistake, lack of communication.
Well, it was, hang on, but he was out of compliance for 51 days, so you've got a beef with your tenant, so, okay, it's case number CE 211-00762. I'm gonna grant the application to reduce the amount of the lien. I'm gonna reduce the lien to $3,825. 60 days sufficient to pay that?
Yes.
Okay, 60 days to pay, not paid within 60 days will revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reduction.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 7. Case number CE-19121180. Case address 3390 Southwest 23rd Street. Owner STL Herrera Civil Marketing Group LLC. This case has a total lien value of $84,800 and city direct cost of $1,186.08. And the city is requesting $25,440.
Can I speak?
I'm sorry, we're on page 6?
Yeah, we're on page 6, not page 7.
Okay, all right. Well, my first question was, let's be clear as to what the amount of the lien is. Because according to the city's paperwork, the amount of the lien is $84,800. In your application, you indicated the lien was $49,000. While we're looking, state your name, please.
Good morning, members of the board. My name is Christian Herrera. I'm the owner of 3390 Southwest 23rd Street. This is Michaela Silva. This is my girl, fiance-to-be. And the home that we're discussing of is actually our first home. We purchased the property.
Hang on, let's clarify what the amount of the lien is.
Yes, sir.
So, which continue to occur until the compliance date.
It's 22,000?
What, it continued to accrue?
Oh, but
It continued to accrue.
okay.
And so these are the compliance.
All right, so hang on, let me go back to, hang on one second, don't leave. So it went from 22,000,
Which
continued to accrue, or looked like it was out of compliance for 304 days and got up to a total of $84,800. Okay, all right, now hang on. And this was from the previous owner and complied under current owner.
Yes, sir.
Something in the paperwork about a short sale?
I'm sorry?
Is it a short sale? Did you buy it at a short sale?
Yes, sir. It was purchased on August as a short sale, and the previous owner had accumulated. I'd like to acknowledge first that all the violations were committed by the previous owner, and we didn't know what we had to do. We understood that the violations were disrepair of the fence, the overgrowth of grass, the debris on the roof, and the exterior maintenance of the paint peeling. As soon as we closed on the property, we immediately took action. We took the permits necessary in order to do all of the repairs so that we could come in compliance. Thankfully, under Miss Monique Drake, she was able to tell me about the lien reduction program and what we needed to do necessary.
Okay.
And we did everything to come into compliance.
And what is your intent? You live in this house?
Yes, sir. This is actually our first home.
This is your first home and it's your homestead?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if I may, Portia Williams for the city of Fort Lauderdale. And the inspector, senior inspector Manny Garcia, working with the property owners to help them find out a way for them to correct the violations. The owners were very rude with the inspector and gave him a hard time. Not
What?
this case.
Whoa,
I apologize. I'm sorry. For this case, if we can, Your Honor, our reduction request would be to the $10,000 instead of the city's original request of $25,440.
Hang on. I'm sorry, what was the issue with the inspector?
It's not for this case, Your Honor. It's not for this case, Your Honor.
It's not for this, no, it's not for this case.
Oh, okay.
I apologize, sir.
Okay, so hang on.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, okay.
And Your Honor, you heard, Ms. Williams revised, city, suggested.
The city's request is now $10,000?
Correct,
sir.
Your Honor, instead of the $25,440.
Okay. Okay. Hang on, so you purchased this house in August of 21,
Yes, sir. Last year.
okay? And you purchased at a short sale,
Correct.
your first home, okay? Is there a mortgage on the property?
Right now, yes, sir. And we're actually in the process of,
Yes, okay. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, sir. So yeah, we're actually in the process of refinancing. And in order to complete the refinance, what we need to do is pretty much, clean up these violations and make sure we're up to par.
Got to take care of this. Okay.
Absolutely. And ever since we purchased the property, I've been in contact with Miss Monique Drake, and she pretty much helped me along the way to go about this. And I'd like to, thank all of you guys here to allowing us to defend ourselves and try to reduce these liens as much as possible.
So when you closed on the sale, was there a certain amount escrowed to address this violation?
No, I don't think so, to be honest. But we did know that the violations had accumulated to around 49,000, and I did know that we had to come into compliance. And ever since we did, that's all we've been doing. And I don't know if you saw the before and after pictures. Considering it's our first home, we've been putting all of our blood, sweat, tears, and a lot of our finances to make it up to keep, so that we can add to the community, make sure everything's nice. And as you can tell from the pictures, we spent at least $15,000 on just the violations alone to go ahead. I've submitted documents on all the receipts and the proposals, everything that we spent, from sod grass, fence, the paint, fascia, soffits, everything that had to do with the violations. We try to make it the best possible, not only for us, but for the neighborhood as well.
Okay. All right, okay. That's case number CE 19121180. I'm going to grant your request to reduce the lien, and I'm going to reduce the lien to $5,000, okay?
Can I, with all due respect, I have a case here that we see in the past of similar infractions, and the person was able to have violations accumulated to 138,000, and the person was able to reduce it down to $1,300.
That's a different case.
It was a different case, but it has similar violations. None of the violations were overgrowth of grass, debris on the roof,
Okay, but
and other
I
stuff for that.
can't compare this to some case that I don't know anything about.
Correct. Well, can I go ahead and approach you and give you the cases right here so you can actually see.
No, because every case has different facts. The owners have specific circumstances. And in this case, you got the benefit of the bargain in the short sale by getting a price under market value. You closed knowing there was a violation. Inexplicably, the title company did not require any monies being held back in escrow for it. So again, that other violation could have completely different circumstances of the particular property owner. Every case is different. That's
With all due respect, again, we didn't commit the infraction or the violations. And if we would have known better, and what we plan on with this house is living in it and making sure that we never commit any of these violations or never make it come up. None of these infractions were work without permit or unsafe structure, any of those natures. They were just, grass being overgrown. The one big one was the fence being in disrepair, and we pulled out a permit and did everything to the T. Brought it up to case, so I respect that you're at least reducing it to 5,000, but would you consider a lesser amount?
Well, I'm just,
the city, I mean, at this point, Your Honor, the city would respectfully reject or disagree with any further reduction. And I would just add, the property is titled in an LLC, so it is not a homestead property. It cannot be a homestead property.
okay, yeah, I'm going to stand by my ruling. I'm assuming this is probably going to be paid out of the refinancing?
We're actually trying to pay it immediately because the refinance is immediately, and it's actually going to come straight to my name, and it will be homestead immediately.
Okay, so then, but I'm trying to think of the time to give you to pay this amount.
I mean, 60 days would be suffice, but we plan on paying it far less than that. The only thing we ask is to reduce.
30 days?
Yeah, 30 days is fine.
Okay, 30 days to pay. If not paid within 30 days, revert to the original amount, not be eligible for any further reduction. Thank you. Good luck.
Our next case is on page 1. Case number CE 211-00400. Case address 416 Southeast 19th Street. Owners Jonathan and Bruce Barger. This case has a total lien value of $5,800 and city direct cost of $286.98. This was a citation and no appeal was received, and the city is requesting $2,900.
All right, sir, if you'll state your name for the record, please.
Jonathan Barger.
Okay. Investment property. Okay, okay, you're out of compliance 29 days. I've read your application. 367. Okay, anything you'd like to add, sir?
No, sir, I believe I put everything in the application there. I am currently compliant. And I'd just like to state, I had no malice intent of going without compliance. I think it might have been due to the holidays and COVID or whatever it may be, why it took so long to get inspected, but that was the only thing I was waiting for.
Okay, hang on here 1 second. Thank you for your consideration. Okay. All right, sir. In case number CE 211-00400, I'm going to grant your request to reduce the lien. I'm going to reduce the lien to $2,900. 30 days sufficient to pay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 30 days to pay. If not paid within 30 days, will revert to the original amount, not be eligible for any further reduction.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Our next case begins on page 2. On page 2 is case number CE 1903-1037, case address 1709 Northwest 14th Street, owner Velix Developers LLC. This case has a total lien value of $24,550 and city direct cost of $772.08. And the city is requesting $9,820. On page 3 is case number CE 2011-0220, case address 1709 Northwest 14th Street, owner Velix Developers LLC. This case has a total lien value of $21,600 and city direct cost of $864.08, and the city is requesting $8,640.
All right, hang on one second here. This is, recall this case. Okay, my question that I wrote down was, it's now a vacant lot, is that correct?
No, it's a single family home. It's a single family home.
Did you build on the lot? No? Okay, hang on. Let's. Opened and complied under the previous owner. Okay. $32. Okay, you purchased the property in August of 2021. Okay, but you took a special warranty deed, but is this the same case? You're living in the property?
No, it's a rental property.
It's rental property. And are you renting the property out?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, hang on here. Hang on. Okay, all right. Okay. Anything you want to add? I'm just looking at this. You applicants offer of the city's recommending substantially higher amounts than you offered.
Your Honor, we bought the property. We knew about an amount. We thought it was 12,000. So we were aware of a violation of the fines. So we cured the violations. And then when we were about to refinance the property, we discovered that we had a second lien, and that's, I believe, is the one for $24,000. So I would like to see if it's possible with you and with the city to offer $12,000 combined for the two cases, if it's possible.
Okay, $4,000 on
12.
On both.
on both.
Since the beginning, we knew that we had $12,000 lien.
12,000.
If it's possible with you for the two violations, for the two cases.
Well,
Your Honor, the city
Okay.
would counter offer $15,000 for the two cases.
okay. Cities. Okay, all right. I'm going to accept the offer of $12,000
Thank you very much.
On-
We can
on-
pay it as soon as possible.
on both cases.
For both,
On both
6
ca-
and 6.
Both cases. So I guess we'll divide those up 6 and 6.
Okay. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
And now, can you pay that within 30 days?
Yes, we do.
Okay. If not paid within 30 days, we'll revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reduction.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good.
Our next case is on page 1. Case number CE 211-00286. Case address 708 Southwest 19th Street. Owner Mariela Barcina. This case has a total lien value of $10,200 and city direct cost of $269.48. This was a citation and no appeal was received, and the city is requesting $5,100.
Okay, hang on just one second. Homestead, no, this is in, Okay, I've read your application. You're out of compliance 51 days. Opened and complied under the current property owner. The property would continue to be advertised after a citation warning was issued. And, okay, let's have your names for the record.
Mariela Barcena, I'm the owner of the property. She's my friend who worker who helped me to do everything and put it on.
Okay, all right. Anything you'd like to add?
Yes. When I got the property, I got this company. I have a contract that I brought that they told me they have everything. They're in charge. Of course, I didn't have any information. I didn't know what I need. I didn't know that you need to get a license for that. They say they have everything. They run it. When they put the fine, we automatically try to fix it, and we didn't know about the appeal that you need to do to get more time.
Yeah, you were issued a citation apparently,
Yeah, so we
and
did
no
everything.
appeal was taken.
We didn't know about that.
Well, if you had
On the
read the
face of it.
citation, you would have known.
Yeah, I understand, but that's why I asked her to help me. She's the one who helped me. We did everything right away. I don't understand a lot of things of that, so that's why. And I brought her so she can explain everything better than me.
And also the advertisement, since it's through a company, they were the ones advertising, so we had no control over
We told them many
Yeah,
times to
they
take
sent
it
us
off.
the picture.
Well, one at a time,
I'm
okay.
sorry. They sent us the picture of the violation, and immediately, she contacted me. We started working on all the paperwork. I submitted everything. It took a few days to get, inspected, and then once the inspector came, there was, some few things that we had to put to the property to be in compliance. We did it right away. We rushed as much as we can. It did take a few days back and forth to, submit the payments and get approved. But the advertisement isn't under her or anybody on our side of our control. That was through a company that is the one that does the rental for her.
And I brought the contract if you want to see it.
You brought the contract?
Yes.
Okay, so you hired a property manager.
Exactly, and they told me they have everything.
It's right here.
They told me.
Well, if you didn't know you had if you didn't know that you needed a license, what was your understanding? You have to go back there.
Yeah, go back.
What is your understanding of what they had everything? What does that mean?
That's what they told me. I asked, do you?
But what does that mean to you? You said that you didn't know that a license was required.
Right. I thought they need a license for real estate. So when they told me, don't worry, we have the license, we have everything, I never had that. It's my first property as a investment, so I really didn't know anything. And the minute that he sent me the picture, we did it right away, like the next day. And we just didn't know about the appealing or how long it was gonna take. Like, honestly, I didn't know.
Okay, ma'am.
So you didn't read the citation, your management company didn't read the citation.
But to be honest, I didn't. That's why I asked her to help me and to do all the paperwork and anything.
Okay, so you bought this property as an investment.
Right.
239, 14, that didn't make any sense.
If I knew about the appeal, I would have done it right away. Same way we did everything that we needed to do and pay off the fee, everything. And we told them 1,000 times, take it out. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for the contract to be over. There is a year, and I'm not gonna use it anymore because would it be nice for them to tell me that I needed a license for that? I would have got it right away.
All right, okay. Are you calculating something or?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, okay, well, your total fines are $10,200 and you only offered $782.
I can go a little up if you, can we do 1,500? 1,500?
4,500?
No, 1,400.
1,500.
I would really appreciate it. If I knew, I would have done it right away, honestly.
Okay, well, that's, all right.
And you know, Your Honor, of course, during that time period, they could have stopped and removed the advertisement, so.
We did. I can show you the text and the email when I say take it out. And as a matter of fact, wasn't rented, but we did. I can get all the information that we did send it, but I don't have control. I don't get to the application. I cannot do it myself. I don't have the how do you say
Access
the access to take it out.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Case CE 211-00286. Apparently your management company dropped the ball somewhere. I don't, so you possibly have recourse against them. But I'm gonna grant your, request for reduction. I'm gonna reduce the lien to $2,000,
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
payable within 30 days, 60 days, 60 days, not payable within 60 days, paid within 60 days, revert to the original amount, not be eligible for any further reduction.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
La carta.
Our next case is on page 6. Case number CE 21010675. Case address 2871 North Federal Highway. Owner 2871 Federal LLC. This case has a total lien value of $9,200 and city direct cost of $789.94. And the city is requesting $3,680.
All right, good morning. Okay, hang on. Oh, this. Okay, I've read your application. Anything you'd like to add? First of all, let's have your names for the record.
Yes, my name is Guillermina Yalale. I'm Felipe's daughter, and she's Michelle.
Yes, my name is Michelle Wilford. I assist them with managing the property.
Okay, all right. Okay, anything you want to add? There's graffiti, overgrown trash, etc.
Yes,
This is
sir.
a commercial property on North Federal Highway.
Yes, sir. So currently the property, the building is vacant. It's not being rented out. The parking lot is. Because of its location, it's right next to motel. We kind of share a parking lot with a motel next door. We tend to have a lot of violators and trespassers because we have less foot traffic there. So a lot of times people throw trash. Sometimes we found human feces at once. We do have someone that regularly maintains the property. However, anytime we've had a scheduled inspection, we'd have our guy go out there and maintain the property. But because there's people coming in overnight throwing more trash, we kept being in violation of the violations on the property. So it kind of didn't work to our benefit in that sense, but what we have done is we have our guy going more regularly to check the property. We also asked our tenants that rent the parking lot to also keep an eye out for any trash. I even homeless people, I occasionally stop by the property myself just to make sure there's no further violations. In regards to the graffiti, we didn't realize that we just had someone cover the graffiti. The color of the paint was not the same color the sign was on. We didn't know that it had to be the exact same color, so technically it was still in violation because they consider that graffiti is still. But I was able to speak to the inspector. She was very helpful. She explained exactly what we needed to do. So we took care of everything once we knew exactly why we had all these violations.
All right.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Good morning, Portia Williams with the City of Fort Lauderdale. The city's offer is firm, Your Honor. This is a vacant property that is generating revenue, but the property owner is failing to invest back into the property to maintain it. And so our offer or our request to you, Your Honor, is final.
I'm sorry, your offer, is it?
Right, Your Honor. We're asking that you reject the applicant's offer and impose 40% of the full lien value.
We are only renting the parking lot.
Well,
The building is 40,000.
well, hang on, I'm sorry.
So, Your Honor, we're asking that you impose or reduce the lien down to the $3,680 that the city is requesting.
The city is requesting, okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you get the last word. Anything, I'm sorry, I didn't get what you said.
No, she says it's a rented property, we are just renting the parking lot, we are not having any,
Okay.
like, very significantly at all there, but.
We also do have multiple receipts of us maintaining the property, whether that's paying our maintenance guy. We have every documentation, which I know we did submit some of that. So thank you for your consideration.
Okay, it's case number CE 21010675. I'm going to grant your application for reduction and reduce the fine to $3,680. 30 days sufficient to pay that?
Yes.
Not paid within 30 days will revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reduction.
All right. Thank you.
Our next case is on page 7. Case number CE 210400754. Case address 4040 Gulf Ocean Drive, number 505. Owner 4040 Gulf Ocean Drive 505 LLC. This case has a total lien value of $4,400 and city direct costs of $368.14. This was a citation and no appeal was received, and the city is requesting $2,200.
Okay. All right, both of you going to speak? Let me have
Honor, my name is
your name for the record.
Kai Stadler. I speak on behalf of ownership, and this is Lisa Molero. She manages the vacation rentals that are subject to the violations.
Okay, all right. Have we called both cases or just 505?
I just did 505.
Okay, we got 505. All right. Okay. I recall this. You're renting multiple units in this building, correct? You own multiple units. You're 326. That can't be right. Okay. Open and complied under the current owner. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I recall your application. It was a lot of detail and a lot of chronology, but didn't give me a whole lot of reason why you're entitled to a reduction. So you go ahead.
Title is a difficult word, but yeah, let me give it a try. So by means of fact, I don't own any of the units. I represent the owners which are overseas. There are 3 units in total that are managed by Lisa, and 2 are subject to violations that we are discussing today, units 505 and 911. So just by means of history, these units are in a hotel, and when the owners bought them years ago, they were told and made to believe that the hotel license covers the rental activity in that building. We learned now that that's wrong. On May 5th last year, 21, we received violations on Unit 505-911 explaining that we were in fact in need of a vacation rental license. Now, Lisa, within 7 days, went online, read the regulations, understood them. She paid the vacation rental licenses, the business tax receipts, and she scheduled inspections for all 3 units, not just for the 2 that were violated, but for the 3rd that was not violated as well, because now we knew that this was going to be the same situation. I believe, Lisa, when did we pass the inspections? On June 28th. Yeah, June 7th was the first inspection. There was a fire extinguisher and a turtle warning sign was missing. She fixed that. On June 28th, all 3 condos passed the inspection. And at that point, the vacation rental license was paid, the business tax receipt was paid, and the units passed the inspection. The problem was that we believed that that was the end of it. 3 weeks later, Mrs. Gail Williams reached out to Lisa and required another inspection, which seemed confusing because we just passed the inspection 3 weeks earlier. And on September, she received business tax receipts to be paid, and she paid them again. We learned then that was the renewal. The problem was that we didn't realize that that was not the end of it. We realized that when finally on November, what was it that we received? November 8th, we received a vacation rental license for Unit 811, which had no issues whatsoever, no violation, no citation, nothing. But it took the city almost 6 months to issue a vacation rental license. At that point, we realized, of course, that maybe the other units don't have one either, And that's when we dove into it, and that's when we understood that we had a problem that we are trying to deal with now. And the request to reduce the lien is based on the fact that we were, in fact, within 4 weeks in full compliance with the city's rules after we learned that we were wrong, not only with the ones we violated for, but also with the one that we did as well, because that's the right thing to do. And we respectfully request, without denying that this is our fault, we should have done all this homework way earlier, but we're requesting respectfully to reduce the lien to what we offered in the lien reduction.
Okay, well, all right, anything else from the city on 505?
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Sorry, Katrina Jordan, Supervisor, Administrative Supervisor for Vacation Rentals. I will say on 505, we actually backdated the compliance, which is why the total lien value is only $4,400, when it should have been more had we utilized the compliance date that they're speaking of. When we reviewed the case before lien reduction, we realized that the code officer inspected the property and should have complied as of that date. So we administratively backdated the compliance, which is why the total lien value is $4,400. But the city's request still remains $2,200.
Okay. All right.
Why you say that on the other property, you forwarded that date.
Well, we need to talk about one property at a,
I'm just saying, so that seems to be a lot of fluctuation in when things got issued, when they got violent, what the underlying math is. We couldn't understand it really, but in any event, the request that we have remains based on the fact stated that we tried everything we possibly could to
I'm sorry.
as quickly as possible after we were.
Okay, hang on. I think she asked you, the city attorney asked you a question.
Oh,
no, I
sorry.
was just trying to say, we have to take the two cases separately. They're separate owners, they're separate properties, even though they're allegedly the same owners that are somewhere overseas. Again, they're separate corporate entities. So I just want to try to keep the record clean.
Understood.
We're only talking about the one property right now.
Okay, all right. So case number CE 21040754. I'm going to grant your application to reduce the lien. I'm going to reduce the amount of the lien to $2,200. And 30 days sufficient to pay that? Okay, payable within 30 days. If not paid within 30 days, will revert to the original amount and not be eligible for any further reductions. Okay. Okay, our last case, Unit 911.
Our next case on page 7, case number CE 210400755, case address 4040 Galt Ocean Drive, number 911, owner 4040 Galt Ocean Drive 911 LLC. This case has a total lien value of $12,200 and city direct cost of $243.32. This was a citation and no appeal was received, and the city is requesting $6,100.
All right, anything else you'd like to add on this one?
We did the exact same thing wrong and right we did on the other case. We acted as quickly as possible. In this case, the clock ran a month longer until July 12th for no reason whatsoever. So I respectfully request to consider that we did everything we can possibly can and to consider the lien request that we
Okay, it's the case number CE 210400755. I'm going to grant your request to reduce the amount of the lien. I'm going to reduce the lien to $3,500, payable within 30 days. Not paid within 30 days will revert to the original amount, not be eligible for any further reductions.
understood and accepted.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a nice day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Won't happen again.
Oh, I was assuming that. Yes.
This concludes the special magistrate lien reduction agenda for February 17, 2022.